Yes lads, what is happening today? I have the Modern Warfare 2 map tier list ranking. This is my second video for the NorCal Tier Recruitment Challenge, and I would be very happy if you dropped some support down in the comments, because I'm throwing everything into this RC. There might be some shocks in this video, so don't go crying down in the comments if you disagree, because that's just a bit weird. Even if I am talking absolute blasphemy, this is my own opinion, so don't get too, upset if I hate a map that you personally enjoy. Enjoy the rest of the video. Goodbye. Another little thing, this is me while editing, I forgot to lower my mic sensitivity, so apologies if the mic quality is a tad bit shit compared to what it normally is. I'm going to change that for next time, but I hope you enjoy nonetheless. Alright, so we'll begin in no particular order. We'll just go alphabetically, it's like the easiest system with which to work. So first off, we have Afghan. So I'm going to be ranking these based off how I enjoy them for trick shots and shit like that, because to be honest in MW2 I don't really play any other playstyle. Right, so Afghan, it's sort of like a mixed bag, because I liked it initially, but 4x kind of ruined it. It's just overplayed as fuck. Like, there is some really nice bounce spots, but like, I don't know, if you're going for stuff in mid-map, it's kind of hard to get a 550. So for that reason I'm just going to put it in good. If I played console though, that could change. Next up we have Bailout, which, I don't know, I'm not much of a bouncer myself, but I respect the people who go for shit on there. But from a personal playing experience, someone who can't bounce for absolute shit, I'm going to have to put it in 50-50. So for our next map we have Carnival. So it's a good map, don't get me wrong. However, there isn't like loads of spots like there is with like Afghan and Bailout. You kind of have to be creative, although the spots that you can go for are pretty sick, but still for the lack of spots alone I'm going to have to put it in 50-50. Right, next up we have Crash, which there is like a really sick elevator spot on this map, but I do not know many elevators myself, like where you can bounce off the helicopter. I've seen in one of Berm's videos, but for the simple fact, like, there's only really like a couple of buildings you can go for crazy shit off, like the main building, like the timber shot building. I'm gonna have to put it in meh. Right, next up we have Derail. Now you're gonna be surprised by this one, but I'm gonna put it up in the best, because for 4x there's so much like fun shit you can do. You have like crazy bounces in the map, but then once you get out the map, it's just an entire new ball game. Like, you have the out of map bounces, which are fucking crazy. They're so fun to go for. You have suis out of the map. You have normal like elevators where you can do like in the map stuff still. You have loads of spots where it can be like 550. Like, the stuff you can hit is so distant on this map, and for that reason I'm putting it in the best. Right, next up we have Estate. So I kind of have to be in the mood to play this map. It is like difficult to like hit shots on this map, but it is like fun to go for bounces and shit. But in terms of like normal spots, if you're not going for a bounce, there isn't really too much to do. But the bounces on it aren't too hard, and there is like a lot of options, so I'm gonna slide it in good. Alright, Favela. So this map, another overplayed one on 4x, but like, you can kinda, it's alright for most player styles. If you're just going for clean shit, you see quite a lot of it on Favela, and yeah, it's a really fun map, so I'm going to put it in class. You have like that backdrop wallbang that everyone hits it. It is a 500, but still, if you hit something nice on there, I respect that. There's also loads of cool out the map bounces and like elevators and shit, which quite a lot of it I can't do myself. I can do like the elevator over in like the brick building over there, but the one like past barbershop I cannot do. But still, like, even though I can't do like all the crazy shit on this map, it's so fun to play, so I'm gonna put it in class. Right, next up we have Fuel. I'm gonna put it in wank. It's the first inclusion into wank. There's only like one spot I even enjoy going for on this map, which is the elevator. There is another out the map spot that you can get to from the elevator, but it's like, I don't know, it's one of those maps where there's just not enough for you to do for it to be like enjoyable in any capacity. Like, it is really fun to go for the elevator, and like I have had almost hits on that spot before, but like even still, it is pretty shit. Right, next up, we've got a heavy hitter. We have a high rise. This is no fucking debate. It's going up in the best. The bot paths on SNR used to be pretty shit. Like the bot used to go underground quite a lot, but recently it's been like a bit more fun because like the bot tends to steer like above ground, doesn't go in like the underground section as much. You have the crane shot, you have the elevate, you have the bomb bounce, you have legend ladder, you have a whole fucking abundance of 6 spots you can go for. So that for that reason, it's going in the best. Anyone who debates with that, I don't know if you can, regardless of how overplayed it is. Next up we have Invasion. Now personally, I'm not too much of a fan of this map, so I'm going to put it in wank. But I think there's a few elevator spots in this map, but it's nothing I've got around to learning. All of these like subject to change if I learn how to actually do the spots. But for my own like ability and like what I know, there's really not a lot you can do, and that's probably one of the reasons you don't see Invasion getting picked on the map too often. Next up we have Karachi. This is going up in class. Even though I can't do some of the outer map stuff, like there's a few elevators I can do on this map. There's like the one where you climb on the barrels, like the where you go prone. That's a cool one. I've got some close attempts on that before, but you have like the main building you can trick shot from off the top. I have a shot where I 550'd into the middle. That was pretty nice. Yeah, it's just a fun map to play. Like, and even like some of the elevator bounces, it like when you get up on the roof, you can go for like a bomb bounce or something that doesn't require too much effort. It's like a map you can just sit and chill on, which I actually really like about it. So yeah, Karachi is going in class. Right, next up we have Overgrown, which might surprise you, but I'm going to put this in class. If you hit a nice shot, there is a high chance it's going to be a 550 just due to the size of the map, which like big maps on SNR, if you're going for like usable clips that you want to throw on like team tires and shit, this is one of the maps that you want to like play. Because even if you're just going for like jump offs, like knacks and shit, not even like bounces, you can still hit some like crazy distant shots, which I really like. There's also a cool care package spot where you can get onto one of the roofs and bounce off one of the cars, which is something I've been going for lately. And that's probably a tad bit of bias because it's a spot I enjoy going for. But even still, I fucking love playing Overgrown. Right, next up we have Quarry. In my last video I did hit a shot live on Quarry, which was pretty clean. It is one of my favourite maps. There isn't like a whole like, I don't know how to say, there isn't like as many spots as say like High Rise or Favela or something. But even if you're just going for clean shit into the building, that shit does not get old for me. Like, I can sit there for hours just going for Quarry wall bangs and it'll still be fun. Even then, there is a load of cool bounces. There's the one where you place the care package, you bounce off the car. I think you know which one I mean. There's that spot where you hop on the little vent on the side of the building and then you try and hit it into like the main area, which is something I've been going for. There's a care package bounce where you can set up a care package on like the little ramp going like, hold on, it was the wrong hand gesture, going down into the towards the main building. It's pretty fucking sick, to be honest. So yeah, it's gonna go in class. Right, next up we have Rundown, which I don't play too much, but when I do play it is a good time because there's quite a few bounces. But simply because of the fact it's not too fun without bounces, I'm going to put it into 50-50. It's not terrible by any means, but it's not like, I wouldn't vote for it if I had VIP, like, you know what I mean. It's a fun map to play when it comes around once in a while, but it's not something I want to get on and play every fucking day. Next up we have Rust, simply because of the fact that it's practically impossible to hit a 550 off the main building. I'm going to put it in meh. It's a fun map to just hit like easy shots and shit, which like, if you're playing like that then fair enough, like, power to you. But yeah, it's not like the best experience, but it's not the worst at the same time. but there is a lot of maps I'd rather play because I'm sat trying to get like usable shit. And in my own opinion, I will never use a clip from Rust unless it's like some fucking quad knack by hand or something. But for me, just Rust isn't enjoyable. I don't know, it's kind of too easy to hit on. The aspect of challenge is kind of like gone due like the size of the map. It's really small. It's not say like Quarry or Overgrown where quite a lot of what you can hit will be a 550. Right, next up we have Salvage, which I haven't played too much of it, but from what I know there isn't too many like jump off spots which are too crazy, so I'm just going to slide in there. I can't say much about this map because it never gets like selected, but from when I've played it I haven't enjoyed it too much. Okay, next up we have Scrapyard, which I'm going to put it in good. Sometimes the bot goes far too close to the building on SNR. You know which building I mean, the one with like the crazy ladder store where you see all like the spawn shots and shit. The bot kind of goes too close, and it's kind of like a small map as well. But if the bot's in the right position, like there is like loads of cool shit you can hit. You can jump off the top of the ladder, you can jump out the top of the windows and shit. You can go for like care package stalls, you can go for like bounces on the tyres. It's a fun time, but like only if the bot's in the right position. Okay, next up we have Skid Row. Worst of the worst, enough talking, no question. Okay, next up we have Storm. I've seen some crazy shots on this, there's some bounces you can hit on it, but I haven't played it too much. But from when I have played, there hasn't been like too much to go for. So I'm going to slide into meh. You could disagree with this. I'll probably give it a chance, learn some more stuff, and that might change. Same with Salvage, to be honest. I don't know too much about the map from playing, but they haven't been like the best experiences compared to other maps. Alright, next up we have Strike, which, to be perfectly honest, I've hardly ever played, and for good reason. It is fucking shit. Worst of the worst in my opinion. Get in there. Next up we have Subbase, which, I don't know, some days I want to play it, some days I don't. There is like cool elevator spots, but like I can't do them because I'm shit. But it's fun to just jump off the building and go for like clean shit. So I think although I can't do the spots, it is fun to like chill and do like the bouncing shit and normal stuff that I can. So I'm gonna slide into good, why not? Right, next up we have Terminal. So Terminal's kind of a weird one because quite a lot of what you can hit is a 500. There are a couple of elevators, but it's like really close to where the bot would be on SNR. So it's not like the craziest experience, like going for like really distant shots. But it is fun to just go for jump off. It's like a map you can play without like much effort, like getting to the spot. Of course you have the plane shot, which is probably like your best shot at hitting a 550. So simply because the plane shot's so fun, I'm going to slide into class. Right, next up is Trailer Park. To be honest, I haven't played much of it myself. I'm not really much for like a bouncer or like an elevator kind of person. So simply from my playstyle, I'm going to put it in worst of the worst. If I learned stuff though, if I wasn't so bad, maybe that'd be like higher up, but yeah, I need to get around to learning that shit first. Alright, next up we have Underpass, another map where you can just go for shots and it's not too much effort, and the elevators I actually do know, like I've actually took the time out to learn them. They are pretty fun, and there's some like really cool spots you can get to in the outer map. Like some of these opinions may be biased based on my ability, but boo-hoo. You do have quite a high chance of not hitting a 550 on this map if you hit, because like the general vicinity of where the bot tends to go. But even still, like it's, if you want to just sit, play, learn like knacks or some shit, it's a really fun map to play. And I have actually hit one of my RC shots in this. You'll see it in my final response. I think I put it in my last video, so if you want to see that, check it out. I think it's just after the intro. Go check that out. Alright, so for Underpass, I'm gonna put it in, probably putting it in good. There's not really much else to say, to be honest. Vacant, another one, worst of the worst. There's fuck all the trick shot from. It's an absolute pile of shit. And finally we have Wasteland, which the size of the map, it does have that going for it, but like there is a reason why people troll and vote Wasteland instead of like to piss people off. So yeah, it is pretty fucking tragic, to be honest. So yeah, that is our tier list done. If you did enjoy today, be sure to leave a comment. Any kind of comment, can be saying that I'm dumb, my opinion's invalid, or whatever. I really don't mind. But I hope you enjoyed. There'll be more like commentary, sort of IW4 extreme highlights, maybe on some other CODs. I do have a crazy idea coming soon, which is not even on Call of Duty, it's on another game. I'm going to be doing some sort of trick shot on it. It's going to be really funny, and I hope you enjoy that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today. Goodbye.